So today I will presenting about the laboratory practical 5, understanding SOAP and the WSTL file. So I will talk about the WSTL file, and firstly is the definition element in my WSTL file, and the definition element purpose is the root elements of the WSTL document. Each attribute, for example, target namespace that defines the namespace for the WSDL elements, ensuring uniqueness. And the secondly is a name that specifies the name of the web service. And then the secondly is the type element. Its purpose is defines the data types used by the web service, typically through XML schema definition. The details is import an external schema that defines the complex types used in the service message. And the thirdly is the message elements. The purpose is defines the message exchange between the client and the web service. And the details is hello, represent the input message for the hello operation. And the secondly is hello responser. It represents the output message for the hello operation. And the fourth is port type element. The purpose is describe the operation provided by the service. The details that operation name hello defines a single operation names hello. And then the input and output that specify the message involved in the operation. And the fifth of the WSL file is binding element. The purpose of binding element is specify the protocol and data format for each operation, and the details that SOAP binding indicates that SOAP over HTTP is used with a document star, and then the operation name equals to hello binds the hello operation to the SOAP protocol. And the last one is the service element. The service element purpose is defines the end where endpoint where the service can be accessed, and the details that SOAP address specify the URL for the service. The SOAP request describe my translation service and defines one operation hello. The input message maps to the hello element with parameters like argon 0, argon 1, and argon 2. The responser comes back in hello responser with a return value. These elements are all matched in the WSTL message and schema definition. This mapping helps the SOAP client and server communicates properly. So for the SOAP responser, it has the XML version, so 1.0 encoding, and then is link SOP, and then the SOP envelope link also, and then the SOP responser is return back the hello responser that shows that the translation not found for English returns, and then the close the envelope. So I will talk about the why do we need such description, and what are the things that we need to understand from the WSDL file. So the WSDL web service description language acts like a contract between the service provider and the client. It allows both sides to communicate without knowing each other internal implementation. For the WSDL section, I use the types that means that the external mm, XML schema definition that define data types, and then the second is message that defines input hello and output hello response message for the operation. And then the thirdly is the port type that the port type is declares the operation hello with input and output message names. And then the fourth is binding that specifies the SOAP based service using the document literal style. And then the last one is the service that gives the real URL endpoint where the service can be accessed. So I will talk about the SWSDL file can always be related with a SOAP file because SWSDL tells us what element we should have inside a SOP and take your SOAP files and match SOP elements to the WSDL elements. So the first of my file is in SOP AP elements that is NS hello that match with the operation name equals to hello in port type. This expression is the operation be incorrect, and then the secondly of SOAP elements for the argument 1, argument 2, argument 3 that maps the corresponding WSDL element that shows inside message name equals to hello refers to elements TNS hello defined in the XSD. The explanation are the parameters defined in the imported schema. And then the thirdly is the thirdly of SOAP element is an S2 hello as responser that match the message name equals to hello response elements equals to TNS dot hello response. The explanation is the response structure. So the fourth is return. The return is in the corresponding WSDL element is defined inside the schema and used in the hello response. The explanation that is the value returned by the service. And then the last one is the SOAP body, SOAP body. The corresponding WSDL element in SOAP body is binding section. The explanation is tell the SOAP to directly map XML to schema defined data types. And the problem that I face has two problems. The firstly is the inaccurate endpoint URL issue that was outdated or inaccurate endpoint URL prevent clients from accessing the SOAP service. The secondly is issue with faulty XML payloads and the SOAP. That's the explanation is the SOAP fault areas occur when a SOAP request contains incorrect XML or does not follow the intended schema. So this is my thank you. So this is my lab 5